Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Gamey Daddy channel. Today we're going to be talking about exotics and some of the misconceptions that continue to swirl around them. And I think this is because of the gap times that many players have taken away from, the game, and on their return, or maybe they're, trying to kind of hop in. They still have some of the different notions of how exotics used to drop in the past. Now, some really interesting things happened today. I got to play the game with a good friend of mine and also with one of my kids. My other account, sometimes I teach them kind of how to move in video games. And so we'll log in together and then we'll do some activities and kind of, learn those little things, as it goes. And so what I kept hearing my buddy say was, oh, where do I get this exotic weapon? Do I have to go to New York? And the example of this is a lady death. Do I need to go to New York and take down all the open world bosses for me to be able to get it? You don't have to do that anymore. If you're coming to the game, I would recommend that you actually go and, basically look at the state of the game. I'll put the link in there and it'll tell you the whole map of how you can get every single exotic within the game. But we'll talk about some of them in this video if you don't want to go ahead and do that. So for now, every single exotic is basically attainable within specific aspects of the game. There are a few of them that are locked behind specific content. There are a few of them that you have to do all these crafting activities in order to get their parts and actually put them together. And then there are some that will drop from pretty much anywhere. They are not faction based. They are not location based. They just drop everywhere else. And you're also able to get exotic caches by doing a few activities or maybe joining the season event as the game is going on. So what weapons are locked behind activities? I'm glad you asked. Legendary has the Bighorn locked behind it. It's an assault rifle, and the developers have every intention of it staying there. So if you want to get a Bighorn exotic rifle, go and play the legendary missions. The legendary missions, for those of you who may not know, because apparently a lot of people don't really know what's going on. I kid you not. I'm seeing comments. Are Roosevelt Island, District Union Arena up here, and Capitol Building. So these are the legendary missions. If you go in the map, you're going to see that they have a legendary version of the missions as well. So if you look, there it is. Today, the daily mission is a legendary version of, it's a legendary mode for Roosevelt Island, and it's also, I think, the weekly mission as well that will give you an exotic cache. So if when you beat it, you're gonna get this as a reward, and potentially the Bighorn. The Bighorn's not gonna drop from a cache though. Don't get that wrong. It will drop from the boss. It's designated to drop from the boss himself. Now, I really don't know if that's changed, to be honest, but I don't think it's changed. They like doing stuff like that. Then the other weapon that's locked behind content is the raid. Operation Dark Hours raid has the Eagle Bearer locked behind it. On this account and this character that I'm showing you, I do not have the Eagle Bearer here. I have it on my main account, the Gamey Daddy account. So that's a weapon that you can only get from the raid. Regarding the way it's played, you can get it from any of the raid bosses. There's a very small percentage that you can get it from them, and then there's a chest at the end of the raid that you can open up having gotten 5 raid keys, and you can use it to open up the box and pray that you'll get it. Somebody dropped mine for me. That's what they call YouTuber RNG, when people give you stuff and like, oh, you're a YouTuber, yay. No, I'm just joking. My buddy is an RNG magnet. He got like 7 of them throughout the time he was playing this Operation Dark Hours raid, and one day I happened to be with him, and he just dropped it for me. So that's something really cool. Then another raid that also will grant you an exotic weapon is Operation Iron Horse. It has 2 exotic weapons in it, which is crazy that I can't remember the name off the top of my head, because I actually covered them when they did the PTS. One of them is called the Ravenous. It's a double barrel rifle. It's a pretty good weapon, but I know I may never get it if I'm not running with a bunch of these my friends that have good RNG. So they've all taken a break from the game, and so I'm probably not going to deal with trying to play this raid at all, so forgive me. And I think there's another sidearm called the Regulus that also drops here. Now, I don't know if the Regulus drops outside, but I know when they were releasing the content, both of them were actually stated as, things there. So you can get those weapons locked behind these specific content areas and so on. Now, another weapon that's also locked behind specific content as well, but you can get outside of those content areas via maybe a drop directly to you or somebody giving it to you, is the Diamondback. The Diamondback is an 1886 style rifle that will drop on completion of Kinley College. So if you look on my map here, I have not done it. It just says complete all branches. Let me put it on there. There it is on the left corner. Complete all branches to locate Diamondback. It's a very nice weapon to have. And I think I might have it because somebody may have given it to me on this character. I don't remember if I have it on this account anyways, but it's a cool weapon to own. I would say, if you want it, go look for it. I can't remember the talents off the top of my head. But I hope this clears a bunch of misconceptions at the same time. So now that leaves us with every other exotic, be they gear, be they item. Yes, some of them may weigh, more to drop in specific places. Example, in the past, I don't know if this is still a thing, a Costa backpack will basically, you'll find them everywhere. You open these locked faction chests and whatever you think that means. I guess we can try to just clear any doubt. These lock faction chests, you'll see them around the open world, and I don't know if this map has actually gotten a bunch of them, but they'll show you the symbol of the faction and then also show you kind of a key that tells you that chest is there. They are usually in specific areas around the map. I am not seeing them show up on my map right now. Maybe that's because I'm not zoomed in. Let me see if I can zoom in and find one for you guys. There it is. So this one shows you a hyena faction, then also shows you a key. You track this key down and open it. The Acosta backpack in the past used to drop a lot from there. And that's pretty much one of the only weigh-ins that I know. And then another way to just get exotics randomly drop for you by increasing your chances is by doing level 4 control points and farming the areas by targeted loot. Targeted loot tells you where everything is. Many of you that are veterans already know this. And so you can get whichever exotics that, are dropping here. And, if you are not a season pass holder, I said I wasn't buying season 2. I didn't know how serious I was, and I actually didn't. So you can pretty much get any of the other exotics from the open world. Also keep in mind, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, you also have crafting aspects that you can also, do for specific weapons like the Liberty sidearm exotic. This is a weapon that does come with a crafting quest, but I have 2. Obviously, I didn't craft both of them. One of them I think I got from a drop, and somebody can hand it to you as well, and you can get it. Another one that you can also do a crafting quest for is the Nemesis. This is a marksman rifle, and these are guaranteed. If you get the parts, you will craft it if you follow the way to get them. But to be honest, I will just farm marksman rifles and you'll most likely get them. And then the Dodge City holster as well is another one. I don't have a Dodge City holster here. I don't think I've necessarily pursued one on this account. So get to the farming. Some really good exotics that were very difficult to attain, are out there. I know this character is a little scanty on exotics, but trust me, I have almost all of them. The ones I don't have are the new ones that came out for the raid, the ones, and then the Bighorn. And then there's another one that I probably don't have somewhere. I'm just going to leave that, to kind of like conjecture. Now, one final thing is exotics have a higher chance of dropping at harder level difficulties. But guess the weird thing that happened today? We were playing, and I'll show you this. There might be proof for this. We're playing today, and this tardigrade armor system dropped on normal difficulty on this account. And that was really weird because the quality of the roll is crazy. So my kid was actually controlling this character and just following us around because he just said, "Can I try?" And I said, "Sure, log in, let's go." At the end of everything, I look on his screen and behold, there's an exotic there on normal mode. We were basically trying to farm just regular, resources so we could get these exotic caches. And so that's what we were doing. And we were here over by the Outcast mission, the DCD center, DCD headquarters. And like I said, behold, there was an exotic there. I said, oh my gosh, pick it up. We pick it up. It's a tardigrade armor. And so that was really interesting, that they can drop from that place. I mean, I think I got another one. As well, I didn't get it. I thought I could see who I could share this with, but it's already expired. You would have seen that this account was playing with me and my other buddy. And so that's another thing. So if you're looking for an exotic, yes, the chance to get it at a lower difficulty or an easier difficulty is very low. But if you really want to kind of cycle through the content as fast as possible, there's nothing wrong with normal difficulty. You can get an exotic there. It's going to be hard, but if your RNG is good, then who knows? Maybe you might be lucky. So that's pretty much one aspect of just talking about dispelling some of the misconceptions about exotics. There's so much more to talk about, and if you really want to figure out where to get some specific exotics, I would say just look it up. I know some good YouTubers have done some very, very extensive work on detailing them. Some of their videos may be out of date, but the best thing you can do is just ask in the comment section, and people will tell you where you can find them or the possibility of finding them. But like I've said, if it's not behind any lock content or behind crafting quests, you can get them everywhere or anywhere in the open world. And even if they're behind a crafting quest, there's a possibility it can drop for you, and there's a possibility somebody who already has one can give you if they have a duplicate, which just puts it back in your inventory and you can get the blueprints for it. So that's my video. Thank you so much for your time and audience. I appreciate you guys a lot. Hopefully we'll see you in another one. Peace.